Right, I'm just making this video to explain how we set up our books at my school, because some people have asked me about how we do the treasury tags, and I also thought it might be good to show you the sort of general setup. I've got some books here from different classes, just to show you that we have real consistency across every year group. So I have my daughter's books, a year 7 and a year 9. I've also just gone and chosen a random boys book from one of my colleagues. I just went into a classroom and took that, and then this is one of my year 11s. And I'll just show you the sort of general format, and then I'll explain how we do the setup at the beginning of the year. They're A4 plus, and we like that because we have no sheets coming over the edge, so they look very, very tidy. Some of you might be thinking, why does book setup matter? Does it matter if books are a bit untidy? I used to work at a school with very, very messy books, lots of graffiti, just kind of work all over the place, really messy, and it just kind of gave a sense of students not caring about their work or taking pride in it. And I think that does matter. It's lovely that at this school the students really care how their work's presented, because it means they care. To me, it means that they care about what they're doing in school every day. They care about their outcomes, and I think it's important. I know that some people don't think it's as important. I'm not obsessed with book layout. It's not the end of the world, but I do think it's nice if the books in the department are consistent and students are taking pride in their work. So we'll just have a quick look at this one. This is a year 7 book. Just to show you this, at the front we have a warm-up booklet. They come in the lesson every day, and they go to their warm-up booklet and they do the warm-up without prompting. They should just get on with that at the start of every lesson. So that's permanently kept at the front of the book. You can see kind of middle margins. You can see little bits of highlighting when there are key points. The yellow is a snapshot. That's what we call an end of unit test, consistent across the school, where every department does their end of unit test on yellow. So that means that when I flick through the book, I can see when there's been end of unit tests happen. You can see work is marked in purple pen, and you can see that sometimes we're tagging in sheets, sometimes we're sticking things in. This is what we call a green paper. It's like a sort of kind of like an exit ticket. We do it kind of maybe once a week as like a little informal assessment. So you'll see green papers, you'll see yellow tests, and you'll see sheets that are tagged in if they're A4, and little sheets that are stuck in. Students should have their own glues in their pencil case. We do have some to lend as well. I prefer it when sheets are stuck in, but sometimes if they're A4, it's just better if you tag them in. So we'll just have a quick look at the other books just to show you the consistency in the layouts. This is year 9. You can see that at the beginning we've got the warm-up booklet tagged in, so that's the thing they come in and do at the beginning of every lesson. You can see kind of middle margins because it's not wasteful of space. They get more done on a page. Marked work in purple pen. You can see one of those end of unit tests there. See when they're in yellow they really stand out. And that's the whole school policy. So every subject, when the students see it's a yellow test, they know it's like an important thing. We don't keep the mid-year and end-year assessments in the books. They're very chunky. We give them 2 kind of almost GCSE style papers. So we don't keep them in books. They take them home or they leave them with their teacher. And you can see little sheets are glued in. I do prefer that, but yeah, really kind of standard layout across the department. So that's year 9. This is one of my year 11s. And again, we've done quite a lot of sheets lately in year 11. The year started with a lot of algebra, but when you do things like circle theorems or shape transformations, you can't avoid the sheets. So you can see there are quite a few sheets tagged in when we've done shape transformation lessons. But they're sort of tagged in nice and neatly because it's an A4 plus book, so nothing is coming over the edge. And this one I just grabbed from my colleague's room just to show you the consistency. Again, only one of those books was from mine. These are all different teachers. You can see at the beginning we've got the warm-up booklet, and then you can see again really, really similar kind of layout throughout. And you can see the kind of, again, I can see a snapshot in there where they've got a test that's been marked. And we do these sheets when they've done tests where they basically assess themselves, red, amber, green on each topic, and they do an improvement task, and that's kind of our standard way of giving tests back. Now, I was just going to finish by talking about the setup of the book. So I'll just explain. This is some random warm-up book I've just found lying around, and here is a blank exercise book, and imagine it's like September, first lesson of the year. So we'll tell students to open their books and lie them down flat on the desk. Okay, so we've already hole punched them. I will admit, hole punching is a pain. The hole punches break quite a lot. It takes a lot of effort at the start of the year to hole punch all our books. There's no way around that. They don't sell hole punch books. It's a pain. Also, they don't sell squared books with margins, which is also silly. So we get them to lie it down flat, and then we say, right, get your treasury tag. We buy the extra long treasury tags, otherwise they get too tight. And they feed the treasury tag through just the cover, just the red bit, we say to them. Do not go through the white pages. just go through the red bit. It's a pretty easy instruction, but of course the teacher will go around and help anyone who struggles with the setup of the book. But I do think that that is quite a foolproof instruction. Just put the treasury tags through the red bit. Okay, now the treasury tags are through there, and then what they can do is come to the first page, and they can tag in, hold on, let me get this right. So they're going to tag in their warm-up booklet in the front. Okay, so warm-up booklet's sitting there like that. And then they can run those tags through to the first page. So I'm just going to put them through the first page. Now the point is they don't go the whole way through, because if they go the whole way through, students are constantly having to take all the tags out and put them back in, and it takes them ages to tag anything in. But if you literally just got the tags sitting through on the front page there, on the first page, it means that when they're in like that first lesson and they want to attach a sheet, the tags are just there ready for them to do it. So they're not having to constantly tag and untag. The tags are just there waiting. The ones at the back never move. So the ones at the back are just permanently sitting like that. But the ones at the front, every time they go to a new page or they tag something else in, they just thread it through one page. So students are never having to take it all out and put it all back in again. You know, if they were turning over to the next page, then they just come through with the tags, and it's really, really simple for them. Okay, so basically it's that simple setup at the beginning of the year of lie the book flat, go through just the cover, and then tag everything from the front and feed it through as you go, rather than keep tagging and untagging. It's like a really easy way to set up books, and it's what we use in all our classes.